like obviously in the music industry, like you're bound to come around like toxic people.
Yeah.
How do you specifically like remove yourself from the toxicity?
I just dip the fuck off, like, and it'd be sad because
like,
it'd be sometimes people that was like your best friends that you just sitting there and you like, damn man, what I'm gonna do? Like, I ain't walking away from this shit. This my boy, and then eventually you just like, yo, I gotta fucking do this shit. You feel me? I had multiple friends that it just came to the point where I was like, yo, I gotta get up out of this shit. And even people that's not in the game, just when you see that, like the best shit you could do, you could try to work it out, but if you really see like it's not going nowhere, if you talk to the person, you just gotta be the fuck out. You feel me? You could still have love for that person from a distance. I got dudes that was hustling and doing things to the point where I'm like, damn, bro, you just fucking up now. Like, me being around you, I'm gonna end up in some shit. Like, my ass need to be in the studio. Yeah. You feel me? Like, I fuck with people that support me and then I support them back. Like, people like the Ivy Genius, that's my man. It's like, he really came up under me type shit. You feel me? And it's like, we just inspire each other. Sometimes I'll be with him like, yo, I got 2 versions of this song. You tell me which one's hotter. Spit the shit and I trust them. You feel me? But it's hard to find people like that. A lot of people, you know what it is? People have a lot of ulterior motives. And when it come down to like either this person's just plain fucking up or you just feel like they just using you, like you like, I don't even know if this person really even fuck with me at this point. Yeah. Because if they did, they wouldn't be acting like this. You feel me? So it just come down to you being like, yo, I gotta be the fuck out. You never know what can happen in life. We young. You feel me? A week from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, y'all can see each other. Shit might be different. People grow sometimes. Yeah. But you gotta let people do them too. You can't change nobody. So you trying to tell somebody like, yo, you bugging out. If he don't listen on you telling him 10, 100 times, you like, you know what, bro? You're you, I'm me, it's not working out. Like I just, even with business relationships, if shit not going good or it's not where I want it to be, I'm just like, you know what, it's not working out, I'm gonna just go and do my shit.
Yeah. But that being said, I also feel like sometimes you kind of gotta allow, now this might sound crazy, but hear me out, okay? Sometimes you gotta kind of allow toxic people to be in your life, unknowingly, of course, you know, like you would never purposely let somebody toxic, but without these toxic situations and these downs that you go through, I feel like you couldn't really make the music that you make.
Yeah, it's crazy how like pain and struggle influences art. Like this year I had read Richard Pryor autobiography, and that man had a fucked up life, and you just like, it just makes you think, thank God for fucking art and entertainment, because if he didn't have that, he could have just been crazy as shit. He might have been crazy as shit, but he would have been crazier.
It definitely saves a lot of people's lives. Like as crazy as that sounds, it really does. Like music, art, whatever your art might be, painting, whatever it is, like
it's a calling.
It's therapeutic. Yeah.
Once you realize, like, yo, this is what I was put here to do, it's like that opens up more doors of positivity. But to people that don't really find that calling or that path, or they don't really know what their purpose is, it's gonna be hard for you to really get on track because you don't got a reason to. You feel me? Like if you never find out what you was put here to do. You just gonna be out here fucking wilding. I had a homeboy like that I grew up with that I'm gonna just say it's all fucked up, and you just like, damn, man. And it's sad because everybody has potential, everybody has something that they could have been doing, and then you look back like, damn, you could have been doing good with this right here, but shit ain't even clicking your head. Now you went all the way left and it's on some whole other shit, you feel me? So it's important to have that purpose. Like me, you know, as an artist, we creative, we could see all type of different perspectives. Yeah. So I think like, damn, I can't really think what life would be like without music, but I could only imagine, because I've been dealing with it for so long. But I'm like, if it somehow wasn't there, who the fuck knows what the fuck I'll be doing? Like, who knows what could happen?
Right. Well, I think like music is kind of like this weird, like, ambiguous language. Yeah. You know, like since like way like when man was like first here, like music goes back in every single culture. There's not a culture that exists that didn't have music. You know? Like they found like they made instruments, like all kinds of shit. Like it's like a universal language kind of.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's just always been something that like people have used to express themselves. Like in a way that's not just conversating or whatever.
Yeah.
But so going back to like how you grew up and like kind of going through your downs, like I noticed like your music videos are often shot like in Paterson.
Mm-hmm.
So like, is that like symbolic of like you growing up?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I grew up next to Paterson. I grew up in Fairlawn, also around Garfield. Well, that's really where I'm first from, but I moved like young as hell. But I was always, my whole family's from there. But then like by my teenage years, because I didn't really feel like I really fit in where I was at. I didn't really fuck with a lot of people. And if I did, it was people that wasn't from there, that came from like Paterson, New York City, wherever.
Yeah.
So it just came to the point where that was just like, dudes was with me, like, why you not repping the hood? I'm like, they like put on, you feel me? Like that's where I was at every day, like you feel me? And these was the people that I came up with. So it's definitely symbolic. And I think even with my new shit with like Another Chapter, I think it's dope how we shot it, because a lot of the videos I've done before, they was like in the hood. This shit is like in the back of the falls with all the motherfucking woods and shit like that.
Yeah.
And especially because it's like a paying homage to Outkast and the Dungeon Family, it made sense too. But I thought it was also interesting, like it was still in Paterson, but it was so different than other videos I've done. It's like me fucking praying on a mountain and some shit, smoking. Like, I'm like, this is where my music is going. Like, I want people to know, like, where my head is at. Yeah. And obviously, every video got to be symbolic of what the song is about and just what the whole vibe is. Like, I got the Bloom video dropping. Probably by the time this shit come out, it'll probably be out already. And, like, this shit is crazy because it's basically like the video is simple. It's basically like a get together. Like I got a shorty with me. I'm with my squad and shit. Everybody smoking, drinking. But shout out to my dude Soulful. He directed it. The way he did it is like we use different lighting, and there's two different type of scenes. And when you see the red light, see people gonna bug out when they see this because I'm gonna let them know there's layers to this video. When you see the red light, you'll notice I'm spitting, but everybody around me is still.
Like, so it's like frozen in time?
It's whatever, however you interpret it.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, I will say for me, I thought it's like the reason why I was ill, because I'm like, this is like symbolic of people that feel like outcasts, kind of. Like, you feeling like you out and about and all that. It's like
I
that.
I fucked with that.
It's like old girl that made the song about the parties. She's like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah,
like, Or it's about you being with a whole bunch of people, but you don't really feel, you still feel alone. Like, you like, you there, you like, are they really with me though? Like, do they really fuck with me? But there's other ways to interpret it too. Like, there's a lot of different ways. And that's one thing with my music is it be a lot of layers to it. And I want people to, sometimes I don't even like always breaking down shit because I want people to feel how they feel. Yeah. And I don't want to say something and they like, damn, I wasn't right. Yeah. You know, certain times you gotta break shit down, but sometimes I'm like, art is layers. So you break it down and you peel it away and you tell me what it means to